Folks, this might be the first video in history of someone who claims they were abducted and yet is using their smartphone. Ridiculous. Check it out here.
My name is Greta Thunberg. I'm a citizen of Sweden. If you are watching this video, I have been abducted and taken against my will by Israeli forces. Our humanitarian mission was non-violent and abiding by international law. Please tell my government to demand my and the others' immediate release.
The pre-recorded video was released after a global suicide flotilla was intercepted by the Israeli Navy, and activists on board, including Greta Thunberg, were sent to a nearby port to be deported. Online commentators mocked the dramatic video, with this Swedish person pleading to the Israeli government to keep her.
My name is Joachim Lamotte and I'm a Swedish citizen. If you see this video, Greta Thunberg has been abducted by Israeli forces. And I have a message from the Swedish people to the Israeli government. Please keep her. We have had her so many years in Sweden and we cannot stand it anymore. So you are doing us a really big favor right now. Thank you very much.
And this person agreed, pointing out the privileges Thunberg still enjoys, saying, question, is it common that they allow you to keep your smartphone and post to social media when you're abducted? Just curious.
The thing about Greta Thunberg is by now people know that she's a stunt artist, right? She should be at home. She was maybe homeschooled, probably didn't even have a homeschool education. She's a little bit off, right? People have said that she's suffering from, autism, and that she should really be in a school environment instead of hopping on these boats, traveling around the world, causing problems, and just a terrible kind of representation for true climate activism. She's hopping in a boat, breaking international barriers and going to a terrorist haven and wasting everybody's time, unfortunately. Just a total waste of time for everybody involved.
And Greta's flotilla attracted global condemnation also, with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni calling the stunt dangerous and irresponsible.
Chiaramente la mia condanna di quello che è accaduto stanotte è totale e ovviamente insomma stiamo facendo le nostre indagini per avere certezze insomma sulle responsabilità, dopodiché come avete visto il ministro Crosetto ha autorizzato nave Fasana ad avvicinarsi per chiaramente garantire, se fosse necessario, soccorso, assistenza alle persone che dovessero essere in pericolo, anche se non è previsto l'uso della forza militare. Dopodiché, però, io voglio ribadire quello che penso di questa vicenda, perché tutto questo è gratuito, pericoloso, irresponsabile. Non c'è bisogno di rischiare la propria incolumità, non c'è bisogno di infilarsi in un teatro di guerra per consegnare degli aiuti a Gaza, che il governo italiano e le autorità preposte avrebbero potuto consegnare in poche ore.
And whilst Thunberg claims the flotilla is delivering aid to Gaza rather than trying to attract attention for the activists on board, eagle-eyed viewers say the voyage was useless and actually did more harm to the environment.
تفضل هذا شنو بالضبط؟ هذه مساعدات إنسانية سنلغيها في البحر في حالة احترابنا من طرف جنود الاحتلال الصهيوني. نتمنى إن شاء الله ستصل. هذه المساعدات متمثلة في حليب الأطفال وأدوية ومواد غذائية أساسية.
This commentator agreed, saying Greta's Thunberg boat is carrying at most the equivalent of one truck of aid. Today alone, Israel facilitated 1,200 aid trucks into Gaza. This stunt isn't about helping anyone, it's performative clickbait that does nothing for the people of Gaza. And whilst Greta and her flotilla are placing all the blame for the war on Israel, Sky News host James McPherson unleashed on Hamas for refusing to sign the peace deal that is on offer.
Like I said, there's a peace deal on the table waiting for the governing body in Gaza to sign. I guess Hamas is hesitating for the same reason pro-Palestinian groups here have denounced the peace plan. If peace breaks out, what will Hamas, or protesters in the West for that matter, have to do? Palestine Action Group announced last night that on October 12 they will march to the Sydney Opera House to mark 2 years of genocide. Today they issued New South Wales Police a formal notice of intention to hold a public assembly at the Opera House. They called on Sydney-siders to join, and I quote, the massive mobilisation demanding an end to genocide in Gaza on the National Day of Action. What? They don't have to demand an end to the genocide in Gaza, and there's no need for a National Day of Action 10 days from now. Hamas have a peace deal on the table ready to sign today. These guys demand peace, and when peace is offered, they respond by demanding peace. And when you tell them there's a peace deal, they reply, no, we want a peace deal. It's almost like they want something other than peace. Here's a clue. The group also said, and again I'm quoting, 7 October 2025 marks 2 years since Israel launched its genocidal campaign against the Palestinian people, a campaign which continues to escalate under the protection of Western governments, including the Australian government. Tell you what, they would be funny if they weren't so despicable. October 7 was not the day Israel launched anything. October 7 was the day swarms of terrorists, aided and abetted by Palestinian civilians, swarmed into Israel, slaughtering more than 1,000 Jews and taking hundreds, including babies, hostage. The Palestine Action Group pretend October 7 was when Israel launched a genocide. Just shows you how perverted they are.
The good news is that nobody really takes her seriously, but it is a sad case in which parents are letting their child just run amok around the world. I mean, just dangerous, going on speedboats in international waters. And for her, she thinks it's like the climate change stuff, but this is serious business. She was flying to a terrorist haven. Her parents really need to suspend her and, put her in a room for the next week or something. Just ground her.